What's up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap, man. What a disappointing loss. Man, I'm still stomaching that loss, man. That was hard to take on. I'm not even gonna lie. That's one of the hardest losses to watch as a fan, as a longtime fan that I've ever seen because you read the title right. Our two stars sold, man. They got soft in the fourth quarter. They played a good first three quarters, and we had a 3-point lead heading into the fourth. And again, we allow another star, Jamal Murray, to outshine us, man. This one is gonna. If we lose the series, and it's not over yet, right? Obviously, we have two lives left. That's the way I look at it. We can't make any more mistakes. But if we lose the series, we're gonna look back at both of the first two games that were both very winnable, and the mistakes that we made down the stretch, like missing free throws, turning the ball over, just not playing good down the stretch, man. The worst part is that game one, we had a chance to win as well, and we settled for threes. Game two, we got a golden opportunity to win, and both AD and LeBron settled for too many threes in the fourth. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. This new NBA, I hate it. I hate this new NBA. All right, where superstars do not play to their strengths sometimes. It sucks. It's like watching. I don't even know, man. I can't even make a comparison. It just sucks. It sucks. Jonathan said, Bron and AD sold, embarrassing. Ham, where is Vando? Yeah, Ham sold too, man. Vanderbilt was doing a phenomenal job on Jamal Murray, and you forgot about him. You basically let Jamal Murray cook us for the final stretches of the game. I'm sick to my stomach, ladies and gentlemen. This is two wins we dropped, and in the playoffs that can cost you. That will cost you dearly. We have to play perfect the rest of the way, or else this series will be over. You know, Dennis has been horrendous on the offensive end, and Coach Ham allows him to finish the game. D'Angelo was a no-show again offensively, and defensively he got cooked. LeBron James really disappointed me the most because I thought he was smarter than what he showed today. Maybe he was gassed, but you passed the ball. There's better three-point shooters. Reeves hit some tough clutch shots. I would have preferred him to take the threes than LeBron at this point. I'm very, very disappointed by LeBron James. Like, we played excellent defense. We did all of that, all the effort, the switching, the staggering. For what? For us to throw away the game on some back-to-back three-pointers? And, of course, we lose full momentum. I knew once we lost the lead, it was a wrap. That was key to this game. We had to keep building on. Another boneheaded play that happened was at the end of the fourth. Dennis goes early, gets blocked. They end up getting the goaltend call. The officials were atrocious. I'm not shocked, man. Fuck the Nuggets. I lose respect for teams like these, man. They talk all this shit. They get all these calls. But, I'm saying, like it is what it is. They beat us. And at the end of the day, I got to say this one is definitely on three people, mainly. Darvin Ham for not playing Vando when he did a tremendous job defensively in the first half. All right. This one's on LeBron James for settling for way too many threes and just not taking care of the basketball. Turnover after turnover. And Anthony Davis for being soft, man. We got to call it like it is. He went soft today, man. He went super soft at the rim. This dude, man, I don't know, man. He let Joker stop him defensively. Joker's not even a defensive player. I guess if you fade away on everything, you can view him as a defensive player. But this dude, man, and then it's all bad. It's all bad, man. This is the Rui Hachimura game. This is the Austin Reeves game. They're giving us help. They're lending us a helping hand. And our stars got to play like crap. I just don't get it. Very discouraging. This new basketball era they're not using their brain. You missed a three, LeBron. Why are you taking two more fucking threes, man? Why not attack the basket? You're tired? Pass the fucking ball. You're not a three-point shooter. You're literally not a three-point shooter. You make a couple in your career that are clutch because you take a shit ton of them, and you go 0 for 6 tonight. You should have stopped at 0 for 3, fam. This is what really irritates me about modern-day superstars, right? And then AD, he hit 1 3, lucky corner 3, and then what happens? He takes a couple more. Why? And then he turns the ball over in transition, getting real soft, man. I can't take the level of stupidity that our star players played with today. And they're really highly fucking intelligent basketball players. They're champions. They've been there, but tonight they didn't act like that. Tonight they acted like a bunch of wussies, man. They didn't want to take it to the paint, and they didn't want to pass the ball. They wanted to settle for contested three-point shots. Even the open ones weren't going in. Hello Kitty said, this is bad, Dan. I'm at work, but I saw we lost. What happened? We settled for threes, Kitty. We were up 3 points in the fourth quarter, and our closers didn't close. You know who did close? Jamal Murray. That's who closed. So apparently now Jamal Murray is clutcher than both of our two superstars put together in this game. right? This is why I understand we play out of our character. We go away from what's working. And Darvin Ham going with Dennis when he's 2 for 9. If I'm going to get that type of offense, might as well go with the 6'9", 6'10" athletic wing defender who can at least put a body on Murray. We let Murray cook and made no defensive adjustments. This has always been my gripe with Darvin Ham, is that he does not make defensive adjustments. I'm embarrassed to see Jamal Murray come off of the screens, and we're going under on these fucking screens. If we're going to go under, at least have a 6'8", 6'9" guy there to contest on the other side of the screen. Dan, I don't even know anymore. I'm sick. And this win, man. It's going to be tough to sleep tonight. I'm already not having a good day, and then the Lakers have to pull out this bullshit, man. The red carpet of bullshit today. Those missed threes deflated our momentum. They did. LeBron and AD both sold. AD because he's anemic to the paint in the fourth quarter tonight. And LeBron James because, okay, I get it. If you're gassed, move the fucking rock. Call a screen. Play some pick and roll. Right? They didn't listen. They went all out when we're out. We're down 10. Where's that sense of urgency when we're right there? Why not just knock them out early so you don't have to play like this late? I don't get it. What are we doing? Right? But nobody else is going to tell it to you like this. ESPN not going to tell it to you like this. The real reason is we lost because we bullshitted. We could blame the refs. We can blame all the antics, all of that. But at the end of the day, the Lakers bullshitted, fucked around. They played with their food, and they didn't execute down the stretch of the game. And that's the fucking truth, man. And I got to tell it to you like it is because I'm a straight shooter. Okay? The Lakers shot themselves in the foot twice. Game 1, Darvin Ham with the small ball bullshit. Game 2, Darvin Ham again with the small ball bullshit, but in spurts, and then not playing Vando at the end. And then LeBron with the happy-go-lucky trigger finger threes when you're not hitting shit, bro, 0 for 6. And then AD wants to be anemic to the paint. That's how we lost the game, if we really want to know. All right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it like ESPN and none of these other cats. I'm going to tell it to you straight up how it happened. And yeah, you know what? The calls were atrocious. They were ridiculous. And yeah, I still love this team. I'm still proud of what we've accomplished, but I'm very disappointed of the way we are closing out in the Western Conference Finals. I'm very disappointed in the way we're giving these games away. Both games were given away. We could have easily been up 2-0 had we just been intelligent from the coaching staff to the players. But instead, we're settling for fucking threes when you're 0 for 5, 0 for 4. Let's build a brick house looking like Westbrook today, man. Come on, man. And I love LeBron. I'm not disrespecting him, so stay out of my DMs. I'm just saying this was a bullshit fucking game by him, by Anthony Davis, and by Darvin Ham. And that is ultimately why we lost this game, right? And then let's not forget, man, the favoritism is still there between Dennis and Darvin. It should have been Vanderbilt, Rui, Austin, LeBron, and AD finishing the game, not Dennis, all right? Not Dennis. He keeps going under the screens. He's getting cooked. Time to show them why we're undefeated at home as well. Oh, yeah, the series is not over. I'm pissed off that we're dropping games because ultimately, if we end up losing this series, it's going to be due to the fact that we could not execute down the stretch. LeBron and AD been there before, man. They didn't act like it today. Well, I didn't see the sense of urgency till the end when we went down double figures. Now they want to attack the rim. Now they want to play smart. Come on, man. We can't do that. You're in the postseason. You got to respect your opponent, right? And we didn't do that tonight. Biggest problem, not trusting good shooters for big shots. That's true. That is true because LeBron is settling when we got Austin Reeves over here hitting clutch three-pointer after clutch three-pointer throughout the postseason. D'Lo has disappointed me again, but he's usually not a road warrior. All right, he's a stay-at-home guy. He's only a Laker part-time at this rate. All right, Anthony Davis, I can say the same thing because dude had a phenomenal first game, and in this game he couldn't get in the paint. You can say they doubled him, Dan. Blah blah blah. No, he settled. He settled time and time again. Them one-legged, 1 foot jump shots. You would think he's still a Pelican the way he was shooting one-legged runners off of one leg. That's not right, man. AD, you got to get big, bro. You're going to let Joker, pound you around in the paint, score on you, and then lock you up? Come on, man. Rusty said, why did we do the 3-guard lineup and blew the lead? Darvin will never learn, I guess, man. I guess Darvin will never learn when it comes to the 3-guard lineups. I'm sick of them as well. I'm sick of going small. Now, there's still a chance we win this series, okay? But the margin for error has closed like a motherfucker, man. Listen, now we got to win 4 games in a row in order to win this and secure it. Because if we do 3 in a row and then we lose one, it's going to be a game 7. We don't want to go to game 7 on the road the way we play on the road. The way we played on the road this time, man, it's just embarrassing. And the effort only came in spurts. All right, you can blame it on whatever you want, but we weren't prepared. That's on the Lakers. That's on the coaching staff. The rotations, the substitution patterns are garbage. What is Darvin going to do now for game 3? He better make an adjustment, man. I better not ever see the 3-guard lineups again. But we know at some point this is going to happen. We know with Darvin Ham, at some point we're going to see this baloney once more. No Pill Zero said, kind of funny how we were able to get 2 quick buckets at the end, but we were bone dry for 5 minutes earlier. We settle, man. I understand that they're tired, but you should never settle. You leave the offense, you leave the Denver Nuggets defense off the hook when you settle, and now they got all these legs for all these jump shots coming off of screens. Okay, we settled. Again, we sold, guys. We had a 3-point lead heading into the fucking fourth quarter. And by the way, it should have been a 5, but Dennis, with his slow motion snail shot, gets blocked. They get out in transition. They get a 2-pointer. The fuck, man? Where's the execution? Where's the proper coaching to make the adjustments, to sit his ass down, be like, you should not take the shot. Any good point guard knows that if you have the final possession in the quarter, you wind it down, you make sure you take the final shot. You lose momentum like that. Right? And then the officials, don't get me started on them. I'm not even going to complain on the officials because we also shot ourselves on the foot. But you know they're always atrocious. You know what's the problem with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy had to call out the NBA talking about how soft this league is, talking about they called that a flagrant, talking about that is not, you know, how many times did they not call out the officials on live TV? Commissioners should be embarrassed. I would. But, you know, I guess everybody, as long as everybody makes their money, we good, right? Now, I expect the Lakers to win the next 2 games because if we don't, now the series is really over. But I expect the Lakers to come back, bounce back, play like some grown man, put on your big boy pants, get in the fucking paint. No excuses, man. We came this far for a reason. Junior said, do you think if AD had bigger balls, we would have won? Man, the thing about Anthony Davis that drives everybody nuts is that he'll play a phenomenal game and then he'll have a so-so game. And he's been doing it throughout the course of the playoffs. He had few games where I tried to defend him and say, okay, he's going to prove everybody wrong. He's coming back. He's going to have a great game. But then he pulls this again. He had a 40-point game followed by a subpar game. I don't even care about the stats. I'm not going to talk about the stats. I'm not going to talk about the effort. We had a great effort for 2.5 quarters. Lakers, man, they take vacation days in the game. AD played weak as fuck. LeBron think he's Curry. D-Lo trash. I mean, that pretty much sums it up for tonight. I'm not even going to argue. I usually defend these guys, but man, they really have become a huge disappointment. That's back-to-back games where we settled for 3-pointers down the stretch. All right, first one I gave him a pass. I said, we figured something out. Cool. This is the second game. And the thing is, it's in the fourth quarter. You missed a 3. Next time, go downhill or give it up to somebody who's willing to go downhill or somebody who has a better shooting percentage, LeBron. We don't need another back-to-back bricks. That basically shoots us out of the game. LeBron fans can be mad at me for all I care. Look, I love LeBron myself, but I will call him out when he plays like this. That's what he did, man. Christian said, cannot believe our 2 superstars didn't close, and now James twisted his ankle. It's all bad, bro. It's all bad, but hey, I still believe, man. I still believe in this team. We've had a phenomenal run, but there's a lot of weaknesses that I see now that I didn't see before this series, right? I really thought AD would be able to take it to the Joker and make him play defense, and it's been the opposite. It's been the complete opposite. It's been Joker proving that he is the best big man in the game. That's what he's proving right now. I hate to say it because I'd love to give that title to AD, and I definitely hate to say it because he flops a lot, and he's not, you know, that's not my brand of basketball. But we're talking about effective. We're talking about smart. He's outsmarting us. He is, pounding us on the glass. He's getting everybody involved, getting out in transition. We can't even stop the ball. We can't do the fundamentals. What are we doing, Lakers? You know, now we got to go home. Both games are must-win games. I'm going to lose my shit if we lose one of those games. Both games are must-win games just to make this a series again. But right now, clearly Denver has the advantage. Right now, we're in danger. Yes, I will say it. And right now, it's Darvin's time to stop being stubborn. Stop going with the small ball. Play either Tristan or Mo Bamba. You got nothing to lose. You already lost 2 fucking games with your small ball bullshit. So how about you pick up the pen and the pencil and you do your research. 1 + 1 doesn't equal small. God damn it. You get in there in the fucking war room and you make sure you come out with a lineup that has some good size that can switch multiple positions. Whether that's, I told you guys, I will start Reeves at the point. You don't need a point guard anyways. If D'Lo's going to struggle defensively, not show up offensively, I'm starting Reeves at the point. I'm starting LeBron at the 2. I'm starting Vando at the 3, Rui at the 4, and AD at the 5, and I'm just going with my size. That's what I'm doing. But hey, I'm not the coach. He is. He wants to start. I like the starting lineup, but he didn't even finish with that lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is embarrassing. Like, it will work on Jamal Murray. We gave up over 20 points in the 4th to Jamal because coach wants to be stubborn and stick with his boyfriend, Dennis Schroeder. And I love Dennis, But man, he's just so inconsistent. Him and D'Lo both inconsistent as guards. I said who I'm prioritizing: Rui and Austin Reeves. And I love the other two guys. If we bring them back, great. But that's who I'm prioritizing this offseason based off of what I've seen in the playoffs. Rui and Reeves have been our two most consistent role players in every single series, every single one. Matthew said Darvingham cost us the game, but yet AD and Brown will be the scapegoats. Murray erupting for 20 plus points in the fourth. No Vando equals L. No Murray on Murray. It was all three of them combined. Nobody's a scapegoat. You yourself know, brother, that LeBron James had a shitty fourth quarter, and so did Anthony Davis. So it's on both. They're supposed to be our stars. They're supposed to shine brighter than the rest. They did not. Murray did. Okay, so let's call it what it is. And the blame. There's plenty of blame to be going around. However, Darvingham, yeah, I agree with you on that. His rotations continue to be bullshit, but LeBron James and AD, man, they had a golden opportunity to beat the Nuggets today and regain control of the series. They didn't do it, and that's, you know what? Let's see if they do it the next game. All right, we're finding out a lot about this team as we go, man. We've been resilient all the way through, so I don't expect them to lay down at our house where we're undefeated. They didn't lay down for us, so we can't lay down for them. If they want the series, they're gonna have to earn it, and they're gonna have to work really fucking hard for it. All right, that has to be the mentality. And coach got to make it harder on them because he's making it easier on the opposition with the small ball stuff. Jose said, I don't blame Brom at all. He's old and tired and hurt. I blame Ham, who is a fan and not a coach, and I see he's tired and chucking shots. Bench him. Facts over feelings. I blame all of them, like I said, because you don't have to shoot the shot, LeBron. If you're 0 for 5, you don't shoot number 6. If you're 0 for 4, you don't shoot number 5 in that sequence. You don't. It's that simple. I mean, LeBron is one of the most cerebral, intelligent players ever. Why are we still defending his poor decision-making? Let's give him props when he does sensational things, and let's call him out when he doesn't. Be a real fan, not a player fan, right? Because I'm sick of people defending these fans. And I'm not talking about you, Jose. I'm talking about I don't even want to go on Twitter because I know there's going to be a war between real Laker fans and player fans. They're going to be like, don't blame my favorite player. They're going to act as mouthpieces to their favorite players. They're acting as ultimate protection, as condoms per se, to their favorite players. The real thing here is, look, I got a LeBron jersey. I got an AD jersey. Love them both. Respect them both. But I'm going to call them out. They played like shit in that fourth quarter. I don't want to hear no excuses about them running out of gas. I don't want to hear no excuses about the rotations. They chucked up the shots. That's at the end of the day, the game is a player's game. The coach can do so much and they can impact the game. But overall, man, it is a player's game. And we need these players to be at their absolute best, especially when they're going up against the number 1 seed in the West. You know, it's simple. Don't jack up threes if you don't have it going. It's not that hard, right? I don't want to hear. There's no excuses for being tired and fatigued. Love both of them, but I hated the way they played tonight. That's what we got to cope with. And we got to put on our big boy pants as fans and just accept that. Accept that we got outplayed, right? He said, I don't know. Dan should be up 2-0 right now. Literally just said that. ESPN. Man, I'm telling you, bro. It sucks. If this is our ceiling, it's not over yet, I still believe this team could do it, right? But now my projection has changed to Lakers in 7 because I'll tell you this. If this is our ceiling and we end up bouncing out here, then that means that as much as I love this team, want to bring it back, we still got some things to address. We're going to need another big to go alongside Anthony Davis. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. That's how we won the championship in 2020. That's how we'll win now, right? If Darvin doesn't want to let Mo or Tristan or somebody get a crack at it, then we got to go and either draft somebody who coach will trust, or we got to go sign somebody in free agency who coach will trust. But again, I'm not going to talk about that yet because we're still in this, right? 2 lives left, right? Lakers got to treat every game like it's our game 7. Try to win every single game. Don't give up an inch, right? We lost 2 very winnable games, but the series not over. Heartbreaking. It was hard for me to make this video, man. It was hard for me to come up here and stand in front of y'all and try to create some excuses for this team. And I said, no, I'm not going to create no damn excuses. It is my responsibility to keep it $150 with you guys, whether you love me or you hate me, right? Defense fell apart in the fourth. Yes, it did, man. Yes, it did, my friend. It completely did, and I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of the way we played tonight. It's not winning basketball, and not just the defense. The defense fell apart once our shots stopped falling, but the shots we took really like just unbearable, man. They're low basketball IQ shots. You know, we're not. This is why I say Curry's ruining the game because everybody trying to hit them, you know, then knockout blow punch shots instead of chipping away at it and going at it little by little and hitting playing your game. Our game is inside and mid-range, right? Our game is inside and mid-range. It's not really a three-point shooting team, right? We can knock them down at times. We can get hot, sure. But when we don't have it going, you got to adapt, man. It's common sense. Kylo Ren said, I want D'Lo bench for the rest of the series. I don't give a damn if his feelings are hurt. Let him walk. He said, Rui is the Nuggets killer, needs to start. We've been calling for Rui to start, but again, it means so much. You know, it means so much for it makes me sick, man. It makes me sick how the coach cannot see what we see. I wish he did. But let's see what type of adjustments he makes. I haven't lost faith yet. It's just discouraging that we dropped the second winnable game. You know, you would thought we learned and we were going to execute down the stretch and make the right reads and the right plays. Well, that was not the case, man. We still dropping very winnable games. What about he try AD, Bron, Rui, Gabriel, and Reeves? I don't know about Gabriel because he's very frail, right? And you saw they allow Joker to play football, right? He's using his offensive weight to move people. I thought that was an offensive foul, but hey, that's what they're going to allow, I guess, as long as we don't flop. Fine. So I'm not sure about him, but we need somebody with more size to them, right? Obviously, Tristan Thompson or Mo or somebody like that, just to bother him a little bit more because it's too easy for Joker right now. AD and LeBron James owe us 2 massive games, and they will deliver. I have a good feeling about it, but it's just disappointing because now we got to hope that we win at least 3 games in a row. 4 if we're being realistic, because we win the 2 at home. We got to take one on the road. We might as well make it game 5, and then we got to come home and close. So we in order to really win this series by the 6 that I predicted, we got to win the next 4 in a row. Are we capable of doing that? Maybe, right? But everything has to go according to plan. And again, we made an adjustment after the last game, and then coach completely forgot about it. Went with his small ball bullshit. We lose the game. But again, LeBron and AD settling for threes, just like this is not the NBA I grew up watching, right? We got 2 big-ass freaking bodies who are skilled and can finish with either hand at the basket, ultra athletic and skilled and poised, and we're settling for step-back threes. Embarrassing. Gunzy said, Bronze threes threw the lead to 0-2 because he wants to shoot terrible threes. We had it. I'm so pissed. I'm pissed too, bro. I couldn't believe it. Like, Bron is better than that. Even his fans know he's better than that. Even his fans will tell you he shouldn't have shot those threes, right? He's better than 0 for 6 from beyond the arc in a game 2 in the Western Conference playoffs. He's better than that. You know, if I'm at 0-3, I'm not sure I'm shooting 1 for the rest of the game if I'm LeBron. You got too many other skill sets and assets to your game to be leaving the defense off the hook. Can't do that, man. We let him completely off the hook. AD too, man. He got soft. Hate that shit, man. I hate it when AD doesn't get big and strong and he fades away and he misses shots. I hate it. Put the ball on the floor and attack. Put the pressure on the defense. Put the pressure on the officials to blow the whistle. Get to the free throw line. That's what we were doing really well, you know? The only thing that'll make me feel confident in this team moving forward is if we win the next 4 in a row. We win the next 4, then I'll say, okay, those first 2 games were a fluke. The Lakers actually dominated the series. They got back on track after they came home. Maybe I can say, okay, you know, I feel the same confidence. But these 2 games, I'm not going to lie, they got me wavering my confidence a little bit in the Lakers because of the way they executed down the stretch. I mean, it's only natural, right? Stay Up said, love Bron and AD, but tonight is on them. Tough loss. Very tough loss, man. I know a lot of us are going to have trouble coping with this loss moving forward. Jonathan said, Bron and AD, 13 for 34, unacceptable. It is unacceptable, especially when 10 of those threes came from beyond the arc. Very unacceptable. 10 of those shots. So, crazy, right? Just crazy. Where's THT? At this point, Reeves and Rui are the Lakers stars. At this point, Reeves and Rui are the only ones that are playing to their strengths. Rui is slicing up the defense, attacking the rim, hitting with the midi, and only taking smart 3-pointers and actually knocking most of those down. And Reeves is very intelligent, man. Very smart, very crafty, very heady, good playmaker as well. Doing what he has to do, playing to their strengths, right? I wouldn't say they are stars, but they're definitely playing their role to a T. At one point, I was like, give Rui Hachimura some damn help because LeBron and AD weren't showing up in that first half. And to be honest, they didn't show up in the second either. You know, so yeah, a huge chunk of this loss is on them. But Darvin, man, starving Darvin with his small ball bullshit. Like, I want to just come across the screen and choke him out when he puts those 3 guards out there, man. Because almost every single time he does that, we lose the rebounding battle. They get second chance points. They get us in transition. They get us in mismatches and switches and all kinds of things. We just, I'd rather play Troy Brown than go small, if I'm being honest with you. At least it gives us a little bit more size. Nuggets already celebrating like they win the home games. I am worried, Dan. Yeah, you know what, Kitty? Like I mentioned pregame, if we lose this game, I said I'd be worried. I'm worried. I'm worried that the Lakers not making the right decisions to win. We were at the doorstep both games. Game 1, we came back down 20 at the doorstep. We shoot a couple of blatant bad threes. We miss. Game over. Game 2, we're leading for the majority of the game. 3/4 of the whole game, we're leading. We relinquished the lead on some stupid stuff, and we settle for threes again. I'm pretty irate about this game, but hey, we live to fight another day. You guys know that's the slogan. That's my motto. I never give up on this team till it's officially over, man. But yeah, very discouraging. Arthur, my guy said Jokic didn't steal AD. No, Jokic didn't stop AD. AD stopped AD. I agree, Art. I absolutely agree. Thanks for the cash out, bro. I agree 110%. Anthony Davis definitely stopped AD. And that's the problem with him, man, that a lot of people have. And I love him. I want him to do good and continue to prove himself. But, man, are we going to keep having those letdown games? Because tonight was one of them again, right? Game 1 was spectacular. Game 2, letdown. Game 3 will probably be spectacular. Game 4 better be spectacular as well. That's all I'm going to say. Johnny said, you can't hold the coach accountable for LeBron's trash-ass threes. Dan, thoughts on a rebuild? LOL, I'm sad, bro. I feel you, man, but I'm not thinking about a rebuild when we're still in this series, bro. We're down 2 lives. Lakers have to play like every game will send us home. We play with desperation. We can string together a couple of wins, and we're right back in this series, right? Let's not let him off the hook. KCP acting like a real Kentavious Caldwell punk, all right? He forgot that he was on this championship team. He's really showboating and gloating. All right, let's use them as motivation, just like we did Dylan Brooks. Let's come back home and welcome these suckers and beat them, all right? Because we still are the better team. We just self-destructing right now. That's the fact. That's a fact. 3 out of the 4 quarters, we're dominating them, and on the 4th quarter, we just self-destructed. That's the truth of this game. I'll give them credit for one thing. They were tenacious. They kept attacking. They kept doing the things that helped them eventually get the lead. We did not. That's the only thing I give them credit for. Everything. Jake said, Bron smart, but irresponsibly overconfident with his threes. Yeah, man. And he's shooting probably a worse percentage than he has in a long time in his career this season. So that's even worse. That compounds the problem. It's one thing if you're shooting a bunch of shots, but you're making them. It's another if you're missing and you continue to shoot. Personally, I've never seen LeBron as a shooter. Is he capable of making a shot when he's open? Sure, he is. I just never seen it. I see him more as a slasher primarily, but that's just me. I may be wrong on that. Mamba said, our star's supposed to drive us home, period. Absolutely. Absolutely. It sucks, man. It does suck. It sucks that we lost both of these games. Both very winnable. Our poise was very minimal in the 4th, man. It's just crazy. Ed said, could small ball be getting pushed by upper ups? I don't think so. If I'm the coach, I don't care what they say. I make the right adjustments and we win, then those higher ups are not going to say a word, right? So I don't think so. I think it's this new brand of basketball. This new brand of basketball, it makes me sick. This Golden State Wookiee brand of basketball is just taking the league by storm. I hope that Victor Wembanyama comes in and changes that, and he starts playing efficient basketball. But who knows? He's probably going to be jacking up one-legged runners just like Curry from the half-court shot, man, and it's just not going to go away. I guess they fell in love with the lazy shot, which is the three-point shot, right? It's easy to take. It's hard to make, right? Dan, the Lakers need oxygen tank because that altitude in Denver, bro, that's not even a good excuse, man. Listen, there was other players that were willing, ready, and able to play their part in their role. If they were tired, we're better off benching them and coming out with a full bench. That might have gave us a better shot to win this game than having LeBron and AD jack up threes, if I'm being quite frank, right? Listen, it's horrible, man. Darvin Ham, LeBron James, AD, do better, all right? All 3 of them. This is on all 3, squarely on all 3 of those. D'Lo as well. D'Lo takes a chunk because he's been sucking on the road. We need him to show up and hit those big shots on the road. And defensively, he was all right. He still got cooked. Offensively, he was just utter garbage. We wanted to see a bounce-back game. Coach gave him the nudge, gave him the benefit of the doubt. He could have benched him, and he didn't show up for us. So that's another one right there. And then the mistakes, man. LeBron James missed a wide-open layup under the rim in the 2nd quarter. He missed a dunk like that. He tried to windmill instead of just hammering it home. That's 4 points. That makes a whole lot of difference down the stretch in a game, especially when it's in single digits. Stuff like that, man, I don't expect from our superstars, right? AD coming down the lane in the fourth quarter, just losing the ball, flailing. And like, come on, bro, secure it. You got two hands. Why are you looking like Butterfinger Kwame out here, man? Secure the basketball, get it out to the three-point shooters or somebody who can handle the ball, get into a pick and roll, dive to the basket, get the rebound, man. If you don't have the offensive game going, crash the glass, get some second chance points, putbacks, do something, right? But not contributing, losing the ball. You would have thought he had butter all over his fingers today, the way he was losing that basketball. Damian said Anthony Davis did not show up on offense today. We need him to score. Man, it's the tale as old as time at this point. Like, I'm sick of talking about his one night in, one night out. Like, come on now. You're supposed to be so much better than that, Anthony Davis. Bro, we literally trying to hand the keys, but you keep hitting return to sender of the franchise. We trying to hand the keys of the franchise to this cat, and he continues to just let everything down, man. Let us down. It's one of those things. Get him, Tar. If they spam the channel, you go ahead and block them. I give you full permission. None of that will be permitted here. It is what it is. Look, give them credit. They win the game, whatever. But the Lakers also self-destructed, man. Look, at the end of the day, they got to hit those shots to take the lead. So you got to give them credit there. But Lakers came out like scrubs in the fourth, man. Vando had Murray shooting 5 for 17. Ham benched him. I'll never understand that logic, bro. And it's not even the first time that's happened. I'll never understand it, Jonathan. Never in my life will I understand that logic on why Darvin Ham does stuff like that. Like, seriously, how could you? How could you, man? I don't know. I'm salty as hell, man. I'm saltier than some peanuts right now. Yeah. My guy just said, we'd be up 2-0 if it weren't for Bron. It's not just LeBron, man. Going small in the first game really killed us as well. Let's be honest. Going small was the end-all, be-all, and it's been that throughout the season. Yet, what's going on? Are we making the adjustments? Are we adapting? Hell no, we're not. Jose said, I played Troy over D'Lo at the 2. Reeves at point guard, start Vando. Rui, AD, start Bron. I'm second, so fatigue ain't no excuse. And also, your best 5 defenders on the floor. Yeah, you got to go all out, man. You're down 2 games now. If they don't come all out, after getting punched in the mouth twice, then it's just not our year. We're not a championship team. That's the bottom line. It sucks, but it is what it is, man. We live to fight another day. I still believe in this team, man. I'm still rocking the purple and gold. Am I mad? Fuck yeah, I'm mad. Am I? Of course I'm mad. What a bullshit finish to this game. But we live to fight another day. That's all we can ask for, right? We got to now think of every game as a play-in tournament game when we're about to get eliminated. All right? We've been here before. We've done the pressure games. We got to think of it like we're not going to make the postseason if we lose a game. That type of pressure situation. We've passed every test so far. This is the ultimate test. Lakers got to come out here and get stuff right. Reeves at 1, Rui at 2, LeBron at 3, Vando at 4, and AD at 5. Yes, that is the lineup I suggested a couple of days ago. People thought I was crazy, but let's hear me out. That's an all-defensive lineup who can switch every single position and will definitely give them fits. Maybe we jump out to a 15-point lead, and then we can bring in the other substitutes or whatever. Maybe then you can go to the regular rotation. But bottom line is this, man. These rotations have been a huge disappointment. That's not true at all. Bron does not equal Westbrook. One game is not going to change my opinion, man. That's crazy talk. Westbrook fans looking to get even over here. Stop it, man. This ain't child moment. Westbrook was out in the first round. LeBron's in the Western Conference Finals with multiple titles to his resume. I don't want to hear that. But you know what? I'll tell you this. He got to be a lot better, man, because one of two things. Either Father Time is coming for him because he hasn't looked great all playoffs long. He's had spurts. Like, defensively tonight, he was great. He was ripping the ball, doing great stuff. But offensively, he wasn't great, all right? He's had spurts. Either Father Time is coming and starting to knock, or he's just getting lazy, one or the other. It could be either or, right? Or maybe the injury's plaguing him, that foot. Now he's got an ankle injury to tack onto that. That's the unfortunate nature of basketball. The longer you progress in the postseason, the further you have a chance of risking injuries. But I'm really disappointed in the way they executed down the stretch. Anthony Davis especially, man. Like, he just disappears sometimes. He just pulls a Harry Houdini and just poof. I didn't even notice he was in the game. You're Anthony Dog Davis, man. Am I going to have to rip away the nickname? Come on now. Come on now. The LeBron haters are out in full effect. Lakers winning in spite of LeBron bench him. That's not true. See, this is where you got to pay attention to the game. All right, LeBron James does so many other things well. I understand those threes is horrible. Now you're going to make me defend him when I don't want to. Why do you guys do that? Talk to me intelligent basketball, man. LeBron does so much for the Lakers. The playmaking, the defense tonight was on point. He's a very intelligent player. We need him on the court. But if I'm Darvin Ham, I'm telling him, LeBron, I'm going to give you a limit, bro. 2 threes a game, period. Everything else got to be from the midi, and it got to be from inside, right? 2 threes. Unless you're wide open and you knock down at least one of the 2 threes, then I'll let you take more. But other than that, 2 threes. You miss them both, you're done. You're done shooting threes. But only Darvin and LeBron need to know this secret, because if not, they're going to let him, they're going to sag off and let him shoot. And then it's going to get into his head, right? So that's what I'm doing if I'm Darvin. Listen, 2 threes per game. You miss them both, all inside or playmaking. 2 threes, that's it. Because eventually, if you shoot no threes, the defense is going to adjust and they're going to start sagging off and it's going to close off the paint. So I say 2 just to keep them honest. That is it. That is it, you know. Embarrassing game. Embarrassing display in the fourth quarter. We lose. We're now 0-2. We got to deal with it. All right, that's the bottom line. At the end of the day, we're not going to sit here and cry about it. Disappointed, mad, angry, all of the above. But we got to deal with it. Now we got to go home and we got to represent, man. If you're there, if you're going to be at the game, I'm going to need you to scream your lungs out. All right, seriously. We're going to need home court. All right, they got to feel us. All right. But this game ends in 108 to 103. And I told you guys it was crucial that we held them under a 30-point quarter. We gave up 32 in the fourth. So we saved the worst for last, right? And I also talked about how the first quarter and the last quarter were the most important. Sure enough, we lost the game in the last quarter. So shame on the Lakers. Very winnable game. We dropped the ball, man. Oh, Jesus. Dan, I hope you will be the next coach, man. Nah, I wouldn't even do that to myself, man. I wouldn't even – listen, I'm not qualified, all right? I'm a diehard Laker fan who sees the game within the game. However, if I'm a Laker fan, I wouldn't want me hired because it's a hard job, right? I'm not saying Darvin Ham's job is easy, but I am saying he got to make so many more adjustments in the game, and he got to stop with the small ball bullshit. It's that simple. He could be a 10 times better coach if he just got out of his feelings and went with the facts. Somebody mentioned that Jamal Murray was 5 for 12 or something, or 17 when Vando was on him. Why was he not out there in the fourth? Right? It's mistakes like that lets me know, hey, it lets me know you're not paying attention to detail, coach. You're too invested into what's going on the court, or you're not invested enough, right? Oh, man. You know what? I'll tell you what, man. It was really hard to watch the end of this game. I'm not going to lie, bro. I was on the verge of breaking down just a little bit. But now remember, listen, being down 0-2 doesn't necessarily mean a death sentence, right? I've seen series where teams are down 0-2, they come back and they win. It happened to Milwaukee just a couple of years ago when they won the championship. They were down 0-2 to Phoenix. They came back and won the series. So I think the Lakers just need to get on the win column and taste the victory so they get their confidence going and, they can get their juices pumping and all of that, right? That's what I feel. One game at a time. Let's win the next game, and all of a sudden being down 2-1 doesn't seem so bad. We win the one out of that. We win the one after that, and we get our mojo back, and we say, okay, new series, best out of 3. That has to be the mentality moving forward, right? And we got to make the right adjustments. I need to see either Mo or Tristan play at least 10 minutes a game. Either one, all right, to help us on the glass or whatever. Pick up a couple of fouls, fine. But let Joker feel other bodies, fresh legs, right, out there on the floor. Those are adjustments I think Darvin needs to make. He got nothing to lose. You already lost 2 games, playing it safe. You got to take a calculated risk. Now's the time. LeBron James is starting to slow down. You're right. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to say that yet because he might shut us all up and have a masterclass of a game or 2 at Staples. But, this postseason, offensively at least, he's not the same, right? He's had one 30-point game so far through, 2 series and a half. And, maybe he's doing this strategically. Maybe he's saving the best for last. I don't know. But it's not out of the realm of possibility that Father Time is coming. Now, I'm sure we're going to discuss this tomorrow because we will be here live at Around the League with the fellas, man. So definitely check us out tomorrow. We're going to talk about all of this. I'm going to drill them with the heavy hitter questions for sure because I need answers, damn it. And I got some of these answers in my head, but I want to see what the rest of the panel has to say that day, you know, whoever's a guest that day. So I look forward to that. D'Lo can go. I would rather get Kyrie to show up every freaking game. I love Kyrie as well, but there's different things to that, right? It's not just Kyrie for D'Lo. It doesn't operate like that. The salary cap matters, man. We'd have to relinquish other contracts, like even Austin Reeves, just to make room to sign somebody like Kyrie. However, you can guarantee that if for some reason we fall short of a championship, there will be adjustments. Could very well be Kyrie. It could be other stuff. I don't know. There's been rumors about Draymond Green coming to the Lakers and how that would be a good fit. I don't know at this point, but all I'm saying is I'm not done with this series just yet. Lakers got to put their head down and get ready to go to battle, because you know what? We're not waving the white flags. If we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out with a banger. We still got an opportunity though, man. We haven't lost at home. I don't plan on starting now. You know, it's one of those things, man. Where was this KCP in 2020? Actually, KCP in 2020 was really freaking good, right? I even called him Rip Hamilton back then. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. We knew KCP was the real deal. We know, but he was inconsistent during the regular season, right? I feel like he has a chip on his shoulder because we traded him. And so he's out here giving away secrets and, you know, puffing his chest and barking at us. That's fine. That's fine. It'll eventually get to him. That's cool. But Lakers don't got to worry about KCP, Bruce Brown, or anybody. We got to worry about ourselves because we're beating ourselves right now. We are beating ourselves. All right. That's the bottom line. Right. Anybody who thinks this series is over, come back after game 4. All right. We'll talk about it then. If you're right, I'll give you props. If you're wrong, you got to apologize, because listen, the thing about basketball is you cannot tell a series in 2 games. All right. Everything could change from here to game 3 and game 4. If we win those 2 games, are you still going to keep that same tune and say, oh, the series is over? Now, I'll agree with you. We lose one more of these games, especially one at home, then I'll agree. It's potentially over. But remember, LeBron's come back from 3-1 before, and even though this ain't the same LeBron, we've seen miracles happen. So anything is possible as long as we have a pulse. I'm not going to give up, man. I'm proud of what the Lakers have accomplished up until now, but this has been a very disappointing first 2 games, especially this one, the one we just witnessed. So, listen, it ain't over until the heartbeat stops, man. And the Lakers still got a heartbeat, last I checked, right? Maybe that thing will start palpitating out of control. Who knows? But I look forward to it. Matter of fact, LeBron James just said, I'll be ready on Sunday, right? Talking about his foot. He stepped on Aaron Gordon's foot. So he'll be ready. We'll see, right? We ain't done yet. That's fine. Hey, Nugget fans, congratulations. You guys are up 2-0. Still haven't won the championship. So simmer down a little bit, you know? Sit back, enjoy the ride. Let's see what happens. But, hey, we knew this was going to be a dogfight coming in. We knew this wasn't the Golden State Warriors with all their turmoil that they had in their locker room. We knew this wasn't the Memphis Grizzlies and the troubled Jamal Murray. This is a complete team, and they're showing up, and we are not, okay, especially in the fourth quarters. We're showing up for about 2.5 quarters per game. I show up for 4. All right, 48 minutes a game. Dan, has LeBron hit the wall? We don't know that yet, Peter. We don't know that. Right? Only time will tell. But it's one of those things where if it is his time, he had an amazing career. I don't think it is his time. I still think he has something left in the tank. But he's definitely not the same player he was 2 years ago, even 3 years ago. Right? Clearly, everybody gets old. That's natural. But he got to be smarter, right? He got to be savvy. He got to switch up his game. If the 3 isn't falling, go to the paint. If you're too tired, pass the ball. Austin Reeves has proven to be clutch, man. He's hitting clutch 3 after clutch 3. Both game 1 and game 2, his clutch 3s put us to within single possession games. But then we go away from that. Why? Why do we go away from whoever has a hot hand, and then instead we settle with somebody who does not, right? At some point, LeBron got to put his ego away and just play smart and do what he got to do, right? That's it. That's the bottom line. At the end of the day, we live to fight another day, Laker family. That's going to wrap it up for me, man. Thank you guys for listening to me vent. Thank you for letting me listen to y'all vent. And this is our safe space, right? The good thing is, win, lose, or anything, you know where to find me at all times where we can talk real basketball, man. And we always keep it $150 on this channel. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. And just a quick shout out to my sponsorship, Prize Picks, and of course, Christian for the awesome graphics, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I still love the Lakers. Am I hard on them sometimes? Sure, but that's only because I love them and I know what they're capable of. They're actually capable of winning both of these games, but they didn't, okay? And we got to face the reality. The harsh truth is that we're 2 games away from being eliminated from the Western Conference Finals. So we better get our act together. We got 2 lives left. All right. We got to win 4 games before we can lose 2. That needs to be obviously. Matter of fact, we got to act like we don't have that second life. We got to act like we have 1 life, and we got to win every single game. All right. So let's see what the Lakers are made of. This is going to test us. Let's see if we are who we thought we were this season. All right. I will see you guys real soon, man. Have a great night, Laker Nation. Peace out.